What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to a brand new video. This one is going to be all about the showcase, the Dark Phoenix showcase, mainly on the cosmic side of things. I'm going to do like a two-parter video. Like one part's going to be focused on cosmic defenders and the other part is on skill defenders, but I'm going to put them out in separate days. There's a lot of stuff to go over in MCOC at the moment, and every time I'll do a piece of content, I will kind of put it into a video, but I'll get it out on like my terms and my kind of pacing. But I definitely wanted to do a video to help out those that are looking for options for cosmic defenders. No, don't use those particular champions that are skill champions. The best thing to do to set up first and foremost is to go down to your add tags, and then from your add tags, then quite simply do coda into here and they should pop up. I don't know if there's like an easier method in order to kind of like pick them up, especially if you kind of click the filter list or whatever. I just kind of like, yeah, just put them in. So assembling a team, and the team that I ended up using, I have my qualms about the way this was all kind of like set up. There are good champions here and it's absolutely fine. I just think that Kabam needs to really think about these things beforehand. So whether or not you decide to set up with these champions is going to be completely up to you, if they work for you, if they don't. I actually made a lot of mistakes and I'm going to talk about that. Not like dramatically, but definitely ones I kind of thought I'd do a different setup. So that was my team right there. Actually, I think it wasn't Isophyne. I think I chose another champion. But I personally, if I was looking to set up again, and in hindsight, it's a beautiful thing, I would largely go in a different direction. I would definitely have Shathra in the team. I might even have Morningstar. I would 100% have in Purgatory, and I definitely would have brought in some others. I forgot to mention, I didn't have Isophyne first of all. I think, I don't know why I took her out, but I definitely had Spider-Man Supreme, who did fine in certain fights and setups. Make sure as well before you go in to set up your relics around these champions. Anyway, let's get into the actual fight and talk a little bit about, and I'll show footage of some of them in action, things I thought were good, things I thought were bad, mistakes I made, things that I would have done better if I had a second go, and maybe champions I recommend. So right off the bat, some champions I really recommend for this are indeed Purgatory. Spider-Man Supreme is good, but I think Shathra and Kushala are definitely going to do you solid. Manthing was a champion that I ranked up for the purpose of Battlegrounds, and he was amazing. The whole element of saving yourself revives. If you can keep yourself alive for a longer length of time, I think it's over 120 minutes. No, that's a long time. 120 seconds as per this. You're able to allow yourself, if you just revive whatever, you're able to kind of like get your full health back. But you've got to stay alive for the 120 seconds of the time. And it's 60 seconds at a time. Wrong one. If you can stay alive 60 seconds at a time, you'll stay alive, very nicely. So that's good. There's also a few pitfalls on the routes. I would say that Terrax is a slight problem, but if you've got counters for this, then this isn't too bad. Isophyne is good here. Many mistakes, but I'd say that ones that coda restrict, it means it's quite restrictive in how you kind of like take this on, and you may revive a few times, you may not. You may keep your distance when the armor breaks are on, you may not. It's a tricky fight. Right, not as tricky as, and what would seem to be tricky would be the Maestro fight. The Maestro fight really requires you to have a certain amount of Mystic champions that are going to be effective to take this on. So I would recommend, and again, hindsight, Kushala was good here. Isophyne would have been better. I should have brought that in. Shathra should have brought this in. Purgatory 100% should have brought the champion in. Purgatory's got persistency. Morningstar's got it as well. If you've got those champions ramped, especially Morningstar, you're able to recoup back a lot of regeneration. More so for Purgatory because she's just able to do a great amount of damage over various fights, but also be an asset for this as well. So that's the kind of recommendations there. Also, Gorr does present some issues, and if you use most Mystics, fine. I think again Kushala is better. So Kushala is probably the best champion to focus in on this one because it's just easier to counter what is coming at you, and yeah, build up SP1 Incinerates, possibly SP2 Soul Barb, but I don't know, I just SP1 rotated and the fight was over in a mere moments. So that was kind of the only pitfall there. There is Hyperion. If you've got a way to suppress the buff, easy, like Hood. Hood is another champion that's great here, and Coda. And of course, Hyperion being countered by Isophyne is still equally good on this one. So yeah, I would definitely use Isophyne right here. Isophyne actually, I think, does a lot of these fights and helps out, again, a lot. If you're, some of them require you not to do any kind of like, what is it, like contact damage, and it's like energy-based damage and stuff. Like, it's just beneficial to know which champions do what and what could be useful, not just on one fight, but multiple fights. And I think Isophyne will be that one. Oh, and having Spider-Man Supreme against Hulkling, that was still good, but use your top quality mystic-based counters. Kushala, White Tiger can do this. Yeah, I used Spider-Man Supreme and I thought that was fine. I just wanted to use something different than having to use and rely on Kushala all the time. So Spider-Man Supreme worked relatively well. And that, I think, is largely it. You could say that the Thanos fight is a bit frustrating if you've got a counter for that. Otherwise, try and just keep yourself alive to that 1 minute 20. And then try and kind of like fight out from there. SP1 rotates. Watch out for Unstoppable. And watch out for the prompter. Hit myself. Not hit myself. Hit me again. Hit me again if you dare, or something like that. Yeah, that's saying don't hit him again. Just don't do it. You'll know why if you do hit him. Suppose you could watch out with the status pod with Adam Warlock. Pretty much, but as I said, if you got Kushala and some of the other champions mentioned that are part of the Coda list, I think you won't have any kind of issues. If there's a revive to be done on them, then that's fine on the rewards you get back from the actual quest itself. Obviously, these ones right here, there's some nice stuff: 7-star shards, tier 7 basic fragments. And of course, the refined XP, which is very, very important nowadays, especially if you're looking to push as non-spending player into the realms of 64. Yes, that or 63 or wherever you are. Oh, there was one more thing. Make sure to pop on boosts if you want to make it a little bit more easier for yourself. And this one just felt a little bit more trixier, a bit more trickier. White Tiger was solid, by the way. Forgot to mention, White Tiger's great. Fury buffs off the SP2 does amplify damage, especially better after that wounded state that you get after 1 minute and 20 seconds. Who do you use to take on the quest? Put it in the comments down below, and that's going to be it for the video and the options. Small write-up in the description down below, and now I'm going to get the mutant one done, and that'll be out, I think, tomorrow, maybe? We'll see. Thanks for watching, and check out some other content, support the channel, and see you soon. Bye.